In this presentation, we are going to look at the Fibonacci sequence, and we are going to tackle a problem we've tackled earlier, but this time we're going to use a bit more advanced programming techniques. We've used the for loops previously, but we're going to try and learn a bit more about how to tackle the problems a bit more efficiently. The Fibonacci number sequence are defined according to the following relation: f of n equals f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2. So essentially, the nth Fibonacci number is the sum of the two Fibonacci numbers that preceded in the number sequence. So we have initial conditions here, 1 and 1, and whoops. So 1 and 1, add them together, you get 2. 1 plus 2, you get 3. 2 plus 3, you get 5, and so on. Now what we're going to do is write a function that returns the nth Fibonacci number. That should say number, that's a typo there. And what we're going to use is big int. We're going to use big int types and the push command. Now let's go to Julia here for a second. This is one we've written earlier. This is using very straightforward for loops and stuff like that. It's grand if when you're getting the hang of a programming language for the first time, but you want to learn more and more. Let's run that there. Fibonacci of, let's say, 5. Okay. Now what we want to do is print out we're printing out all of the first 5 Fibonacci numbers. I only want to print the 5th one, so we're just going to replace f. This is this is the line here that prints out the output. I'm just going to print out the last one, the end. If you write an end like this, it's just like the last member there of f. Let's run that again. Clear the screen there, and there we go. That just prints out 5. Now, interestingly, let's find out the type of that. What type of number or what type of output is that? And the answer is it's a float. Okay, that'll be relevant later on. Now, let's go back here. Suppose I want to print out the 50th Fibonacci number. Okay, well then we got a bit of a problem here. So 10. So this is exponential. So this is the this is the scientific notation. So this is 1.258 by 10 to the power of 10. Okay. Now in some cases that's fine. That's all you really want. But let's say for argument's sake we want to find out if this number is an even number or an odd number or something like that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use a couple of techniques. So first off, I'm going to call this. First off, we'll show off big int. So I'm going to set up the thing called temporary, and big int. Oh, so let's start again. Big int, and we're going to put some values in. We're going to initialize it with 2 values, 1 and 1. Okay, so that's a 2-element array of the big integer type. Okay, so let's look. Just a quick remark: we're setting it up as a single-dimensional array, not a 2-dimensional data object. So that's why we'll have the commas inside it. Okay. The reason for that is the commands I'm going to use later on, they would be they work better with the way I have it now. Okay, with single-dimensional arrays. Okay, so let's put in that there. We're going to use that there in our new function. So we're going to set up f as big int 1 and 1. Now we have it. We don't have the initial conditions already, so we're going to copy. I'll just comment this line out. F of 1 equals 1 and f of 2 equals 1 because we don't really need it anymore. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the push command to update f. So I'm going to comment out this line here as well. And what we're going to do is push to f. We are going to add this number here. So we're going to put the operation in a bracket, and we're going to close the push command. Okay, so let's run that now. So let's try it out for Fibonacci 50. No method push. I done something wrong there. Okay, first off I need commas. Oh, sorry. a problem I highlighted everywhere. No method push. This is the reason actually why you need a comment here, why it works with single dimensional arrays. So I'd like to pretend that was a deliberate mistake, but it wasn't. It was just me typo. A typo from my point of view. So let's try this again. Fibonacci fit. There we go. So 1258 626 9025. So it's an odd number. Okay. What about the 100th Fibonacci number? Is that odd or even? It's odd as well. Okay, let's try for 250th. There we go. See the number of digits there. Absolutely massive numbers once you get... the Fibonacci sequence gets very large very quickly. Anyway, I made my point. So again, two key things to remember is the big int and push. Okay. And also, when you're using arrays, just be careful of the dimensions or how they're constructed. Alright, that ends our presentation.